So you have a dog, and anytime you take him in the neighborhood, you dread it because every time he sees a dog, he's losing his absolute shit. Or maybe you can't have company over because the dog is very territorial. Maybe the dog is very fearful and scared of new environments. Or maybe you just got a puppy and you want to know how to start training with him. So no matter where you're at with your dog, this is the first thing that I begin to do with every single dog. If you don't know me, my name is Vince and I'm a dog behavior expert, and I run a new leash on life school for dogs out here in the beautiful state of Michigan. And I've worked with puppies, dogs that just need basic obedience, and I've rehabilitated dogs that have severe reactivity, anxiety, fear, and aggression. Whatever you're struggling with your dog, I have worked with tons of dogs that have the same issue. So whether you're just bringing your new puppy home or you have an adult dog that you've had for a few years and you're struggling with some behavioral issues, I always approach the beginnings of training the exact same way. So the first thing I'm trying to do with every single dog is start to give them outlets that makes them feel like they're on cloud nine. And that's going to be my play, baby. The first thing I try to do with every single dog, whether I'm doing private lessons with that owner, one-on-one, or they're here for my board and train program, is I'm always trying to get that dog to start playing as fast as I can. Most dogs develop issues because they're really repressed. They're lacking outlets that scratch that itch that they have to be a dog. And that's exactly what play does. We're essentially saying, hey dog, I acknowledge you for who you are. I understand you have these needs. Do all that shit right here. Go crazy and play. Be a dog. Chase things, bite things, thrash things. This is where you can do it. Because the fact of the matter is, so many dogs are missing this key crucial outlet, and they're just seeking outlets on their own because the owners aren't acknowledging their desires, their needs. So the faster I can start to tap into that emotion of play with a dog, the faster that light bulb in the dog's head goes off. He's like, oh man, this is what it feels like to be a dog, right? The emotional state that play can take a dog to is like no other. For the everyday dog owner, just implementing this on a daily basis for 20 minutes will significantly improve the issues that you're dealing with your dog. And the beautiful thing is, once we've cultivated this game that the dog really loves, we begin to teach everything within that game. We begin to teach the obedience, the rules, the consequences that transfer outside of that actual game. So you can begin to develop a level of control of the dog within that game. But for most owners, you don't even need to worry about that right now. Just start playing with your dog more on a daily basis. And I'm going to give you a heads up here. Most owners give up. I'm really quickly going to say, you don't know how many dog owners and dogs that I've worked with where they're like, my dog doesn't like to play. So they give up. But me hanging out with that dog for a few days and trying to get him to play, they actually end up playing. So a lot of people will give up too soon. But the crazy thing is they'll continue to do the same walk every single day that the dog hates, but they won't maybe take a little time off the walk and just try to throw the ball or run around with the dog a little bit, trying to entice them to bite a toy. So don't give up. And if your dog truly isn't playing, you can absolutely try hooking them up 30 foot, 40 foot, 50 foot long line and go to a park, go to an open field, let them start running around and feeling what it feels like to be a dog. That's a really nice additional outlet. But also while you're doing that, you can bring a toy with you. And the momentum from that movement and feeling good at the park running around might transfer on to the dog actually biting the toy. There are dogs that have been through my program that they haven't played for 3 weeks straight, and then boom, all of a sudden they crack open and they're playing, and now we're really tapping into the dog. Now the dog is really starting to get into a feel-good, silly state. And once we have that play rolling, teaching, like actually teaching obedience and rules and consequences, very simple. It happens very fast. But the first part of all of that is getting the dog to crack open, getting the dog to ignite, right? Tapping into that dog's personality, and that all happens through play. So this is the first thing that I always focus on with every single dog that I work with. Guys, I want you to implement this every single day. Just try for 20 minutes. I want to know what you're struggling with your dog, and I want to know what topics you want me to cover. So drop them in the comments below so I can make a video and help you out. If you like this video, check out this other video I made right here. It's packed full of information. You're really going to love it. So until next time, take care, everybody.